Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to Hair Diaries YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how to remove faux locks safely for you and your client. So first, I just started off by trimming the locks shorter so that it can be easier for me to unwrap. Her hair is not that long, so I knew it was safe for me to cut it at this length because I was the one who installed the locks. So after this, after cutting the locks, I put her hair in a ponytail to get the other locks that I'm not dealing with out of the way so that it can make the takedown process very easy. Now, I would like to say that I feel that it is very important for you to go back to the person who installed your locks. However, if you cannot, it's okay. Your locks can still get taken out. The first thing you are going to want to do is figure out which direction the locks was done. So I did her locks from left to right. So I am twisting it the opposite direction, which is right to left, to loosen up the wrapping hair. So with taking out the faux locks, you need to differentiate the wrapping hair from the person's actual hair, and you will be able to determine that because the person's actual hair will be braided and the wrapping hair should be wrapped around the braid. However, everyone does not install faux locks the same way, hence why I said just go back to the person who put it in. So as you can see, I cut a piece of the wrapping hair, and I'm doing so that I can take out her hair. So I have her hair in the left and I cut the lock. That's gone. So now what I'm going to do is just unravel the wrapping hair. So I'm going to unwrap it in the opposite direction so that I can free the braided hair. Sometimes it will take some playing with and getting used to because over time, the natural hair and the wrapping hair gets very matted, so they look very close together. They could look like each other. So you will need to be patient and you will need to take your time when taking down this style because you do not want to accidentally cut someone's hair. Also, I would like to mention that my client had in her locks for about 3.5 months. We did it in late October. She did a retouch in January and we took it out February 6th or around the second week in February. So because I did a retouch on her locks, I literally added more hair to the original install. So this process took me longer because I had to unravel the retouch hair and then I had to unravel the original wrapping hair that I did when I initially did it. So what you're seeing me do right now in this clip, I'm literally just trying to unwrap the wrapping hair, but because the wrapping hair is so natural, like it's matted, so I'm just fighting with it and just unraveling it and just being patient. I also told my client when she's taking down this style because she has to go back to work, so I didn't take down the braids for her, that she needs to wet her hair to take down her singles because wetting your hair will allow for less damage to happen. If you try to unloose your hair with it being dry, you're going to pull it and you're going to take out more hair than you want to. So just wet your hair, moisturize it, do whatever you can do so that when you're taking it down, it's not dry and brittle. So as you can see, I reached to the top of the lock and there's the braid on one side, and I'm just cutting out the lock and I pulled it out. So you can either pull it out, cut it, or you can unloose the braid. Whenever you unloose the braid, it will come out. So you don't have to necessarily worry about taking out every piece that's connected to it. Okay, so I'm doing the same concept. I'm just trying to feel for the wrapping hair so that I could separate her single braid from the wrapping hair. So once I have done that, is when I then go in and cut the wrapping hair and not her hair. So take a close look. The single is on the left and the piece that I'm cutting is the wrapping hair. So I continue to just pull her hair However, I was struggling, so I had to cut it some more to loosen up the tension. And then that made it easier for me to just pull out her single braid from the lock. And I just unravel it, unravel it, unravel it, unravel it, unravel it. I would not recommend you guys to keep this style in for no more than 8 weeks. If you choose to do 10, that's cool, but I feel once it hits 3 months, it needs to come up because there's going to be a lot of buildup, and you don't want a protective style to become a damaging style because you over wearing it. Because what happens is when your hair is growing out and you're putting tension on it, you can cause damage to your follicles, and not to mention your scalp. Your scalp needs to be cleansed and cleaned. So please do not keep this style in for no more than 8 to 10 weeks. Take it out, wash your scalp, cleanse your hair, give your hair a treatment, and you can redo it if you love it so much. The longer that you keep the style in, the more matted and fused together it will become, and it will actually start to resemble real locks. So it will make the takedown process a little longer, especially when you've done the style with the knotless way of doing it. So what I mean by that is the knotless way of doing it, it allows for you to have versatility where you can pull the hair up and do different stuff. So what the person does is you braid your natural hair in a single, and then halfway through your braid you would attach the braid to the single and then wrap the base and wrap your hair and the lock together. However, if you attach the lock at the base, it would not be that hard for the takedown process, being that the lock is attached to the base and not the middle of the single. Hence why I have to unravel it first, then cut the wrapping hair, then find the braid to cut the lock from the braid. Versus if your lock was attached to the root, you would just cut the lock at the root and your hair would be pulled out. But this is how you take down faux locks that has been done the knotless way. Alright, so this is the end of her hair. I made it. I took down all her locks and I did not cut one strand of her hair. With some patience and determination, you will be able to do the same for your client. I wish you well, and let me know down below in the comments if this helped and what other type of videos you would like to see. Ciao. See you in my next one.